All right, what is up? I'm going to just get this focused here. Move this in a little closer, and you guys can ask me any questions that you have. I'm just gonna share this to my Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. I almost forgot about doing this weekend and my group chats for work stuff. So um, let me check here. One sec. Hey, so as you got, yo, what's up, Peter? How you doing, man? What up? What up? Hope you're having a good night, man. Hope you had a great week. Let me post in here. Share this link. Okay, I'm live on YouTube. If anybody has any questions, please drop them in the comments. I mean, this is just Q&A, so I don't really have anything specific that I was going to talk about here. Just kind of winging it. So if anybody's got any questions, just drop them in the comments, and we'll go from there. We shall. We shall. Let me post my story. Um, Here we go. Join me live. Join me live on YouTube. All right. So if anybody has any questions, please post them in the chat. And if not, I'll just talk about whatever this week. Um, I'm live on YouTube for anyone who wants to put my group chat. All right. So open Q&A. If you guys have any questions, it says no data. Oh, what's up? I'm starting over with sticking to the PEC. Any suggestions how to still keep it mine? No, I don't. I don't know. I use something different, so that stays between me and you. But I use something different. So I started with the script before SLS. You know what I mean? So the PEC was post my beginning. But I mean, I don't know. Just stick to what works for you. You know what I mean? Stick to what works for you, and you know it works for you. You're good, and you just just make it happen, and just do your thing. I would stick to it. There's more than one way to there's like everybody's got a different script. You know what I mean? Well, not everybody, but I mean like different systems and setups. Like Peter here, he's great. He has a separate script. There's a woman Dana who has this separate script. So everybody's got different things that they use. Quality suggestions. You mean like increasing business quality, like business persistency? Yes. So, um, it's just some suggestions. Yeah. So J.R. Reed, I mean, she works face to face, right? So that's like different. That's kind of different. Like when you're selling face to face, the quality is going to be higher face to face as opposed to on the phone. But do policy reviews. Always do policy reviews with your clients if you can. That'll help increase business persistency. Um, and just you just keep writing a lot of business. Make sure your clients have something that they can manage every month, that you know that they can financially handle every month. When I talked to Mark about how he keeps his quality up so high, and he said that policy reviews are huge. So when he does a policy review, there's an app. I'm going to put it in the chat here. It's called Crankwheel. So you just go to www.crankwheel.com. It allows you to do a policy review with a client without them having to download an app. So you can just send a link to their phone. They click on it for the ones who can actually click the links, right? They click on it, and then you can go through and do a policy review with them right there. My agents who have good quality, they just they're they stay in touch with their clients. They do policy reviews, they follow up with them, they make sure they got their policy in the mail, they see if they had any questions. So take a day out of the week to do your policy reviews, right? Whether it's on whatever day, take a few hours out of the week to do a policy review and have those policies that you sold the week before, or that you're going to go through or 2 weeks before, and make sure that they got them in the mail, to that you can cover the details, cover the cash value, cover the policy values, cover the surrender values, the guaranteed cash value, the what's it called, reduced paid up option, the extended term options from the non-forfeiture values. So if you cover those, it can help. That can help. But honestly, like quality, like the biggest thing, like I mean, just write more business. Writing more business is. I'm a big proponent of just writing more sales. Like, do what you can to focus on keeping the ones that are there. But new client acquisition is the most important thing, because you're going to lose people. It is. It is what it is. It's going to happen. Thank you for that, though. Good question. I am, I don't know. It's so sometimes some people have great qualities, and I would go after the ones who have fallen off, but only if it was like, because of an error that like I wouldn't go after someone who missed their payment that was like less than $60 a month or something like that. Like, I wouldn't chase after those people. Me personally, I wouldn't, because it's like, dude, you couldn't make that payment. Why am I going to chase after you to make it again? We get a lot of lost business for different reasons, but you go through and just analyze, like, hey, is this someone that like would be good to kind of get back on? Because then if you write them again and then they cancel again, then the quality drops again, right? Even more. So it's like, because then it's 1 out of 3 that's stuck instead of 1 out of 2, or you added another app. So it's like, make sure you're getting people back on the books who are good. And if you call, say someone did miss a payment, and you call and get them back on the books, I would tell them, like, hey, how much money do you have to pay today? Like say the policy was like, $120 a month, they missed their payment. Then you call and they're like, oh yeah, let's restart it. They're like, okay, how much can you pay today? Let's start with that. Get the cash with the application. That way, they're paying with the application. Like, and it's like, it's something that they can afford. That way they're not like, oh, in 30 days I'll have that extra money in the account. Get something that they can handle today. That's what I would recommend doing. Cool. Oh man, my sweet potatoes are cooking. I totally forgot. I can smell them down there. I may need to run back in a second. Anybody else have any other questions? Just put them in the chat there for me about sales, or um, overcoming objections, or marketing, or lead generation, or I'm seeing if there's anything on Facebook that people put. Um, Marketing, lead generation, sales presentations, like anything at all. Anybody have any questions that have come up throughout the week, or any questions about our agency, or maybe where you're working, if you want any insight on that, like how to scale a business, how to scale an agency, how to scale a team. Anybody have any questions about that? Recruiting, hiring, um, you know, anything. Drop it in the chat for me. One thing I'm going to cover here that's important is, you have to make sure that you ask people tough questions, okay, and that you get the answers from those questions. So a lot of times when I see agents going through a presentation, and they get a lot of people who say, I got to think about it, and when they get that, like, they get a lot of, I got to think about it, they're usually not digging into tough questions to try to pull the need out of the client. Like, you're a salesperson, you have to pull that need out, you have to find the problem, and you have to find the why, because without the why, they're not going to buy. So you have to find a why. Now, I would go through and try to push someone no matter what. That's just me. I try to close everybody, and that may not be the best decision, but I do. I feel like I miss 100% 100% of the shots I don't swing at. But ask tough questions. Ask them what it's going to look like for their kids the day they die, right? Ask them when they're at the funeral home, where's their kid going to get the money? Ask them what the consequences are if they don't get this in place. Ask them how it would feel to actually be able to take care of this for their kids. Questions like that. Okay, we got some viewers here, a little less than last week, but it's okay. If anybody's got any questions, you can that for me. I'm gonna change. Okay, I don't act. Oh, we got that here. I don't actively recruit, but I want to. I just work an insane amount of hours when I'm on. What's the easiest way to recruit with a time crunch? Um, Easiest way to recruit with a time crunch: pay someone else to do it. One, right? Hire someone to do recruiting for you. Like call licensed agents. My recommendation to you, I don't know why my camera's being so weird. Like, must be the USB connection or something. Um, I would call licensed agents from a licensed agent list. So you can, you can get a licensed agent list, and you can call. If you text them from your cell phone, right? Like, say you text 20 of them a day. That's legal. It's not illegal if you're texting from a phone to phone. For compliance reasons, if you just get a list of licensed life insurance agents and you text them, you say, "Hey, look, um, my name's Clarissa. I'm looking to hire a couple agents for the opportunity that we have here. A couple licensed life agents. We have unlimited leads. You got full training and support, and a CRM to use. Um, I'm only looking for committed people to help them grow in the business. Do you think this?" And you can say, "I'm a successful producer here myself. I'm only looking for two or three people that I can coach to be producers as well. Would you have any interest in this?" And if you text 20 people a day, then most people don't know what SLS is. You know what I mean? Like we're big to us, but we're small to the rest of the industry, right? We have 300 some agents. There are places with 30,000 agents. So there's going to be a lot of agents who don't know about our system that you're going to text that stuff to, and they're going to be like, "Huh? What? I don't know about that." There's different ways you can purchase the list. There's some states have them for free on their website. I'll put my number in the chat here, and I'll try to help you find one for your state. Just shoot me a text, and we'll try to do that. Or I can even show you here one for Florida. So let me get rid of this here. Get rid of my top secret information on my websites I'm looking at. Just kidding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the Florida one. This is just Florida though. Like there's no other states on this, but the other states have them. So like I'll show you Florida's licensee search here. Okay, and here. Okay, so like here I'm gonna pull this up here, and just so that I can see, we're gonna do this. Okay, so like tell me what state you're in. Come on. Tell me what state you're in here, and I'll look it up for your state. Georgia. Okay. So this website, licenseesearch.fldfs.com. I would just appreciate if you don't search the Florida ones, because I can only hire in Florida. So you got all the other states. All right. So that would be great. So you do non-resident. So you would do non-resident, and you can do licensee location. You can hire anywhere outside of Florida. I can only hire in Florida. So you're going to do life and annuity, non-resident, and you put valid. The license status is valid, and then you'll do it from. Let's just do it from August 2022, August 1st, 2022 until today, whatever. And yeah, we're going to do search. So it's going to be a valid non-resident life and annuity license in Florida, right? So they get a non-resident license. So this is like a back end way of searching it, and then I can see if there's any in Georgia. But you can see there's 29,584 people with non-resident licenses. So then all you do is you click export up here, click OK, and we're going to download this here, and I'll pull this up for you. We're going to see what it looks like. Okay, so then this is the licensee search here. So I'm going to delete this. We're going to look at the state, and then you can just get rid of that. You don't really need the email and the national producer number. You can get rid of that. And you got their name, and you got the city, state, zip code. So name, number, zip code. So you'd say, just go through and text to the first 20 people. You can get rid of this. If it's a state we're not in, like California, you get rid of that. Don't text them. But you go through these. You literally got 20 something thousand people that you could potentially, that are licensed agents who bought a non-resident license in Florida. This is where they actually live. Um, yeah, exactly. 20, 30 minutes a day. Um, yeah, so 20 to 30 minutes a day. Like that's what I recommend to my, I mean, I wish I had my agents do that. I recommend to do it. I don't know if any of them still do it, but that's a good way to do it. I mean, if someone did that, 100% they're gonna build a solid recruiting recruiting base. Like there's no way around it. They're gonna build a solid recruiting base from that. So if you go through that, that's what I would recommend. The easiest way to do: spend 20, 30 minutes a day just working that list, and then send them your SLS way link once they get going. So that'd be cool. Or you could just have them come to one of your meetings or whatever. I don't know exactly what you do. Anybody else have any questions or any other questions? I hope that helped. You're welcome. You're welcome. Guys, I got 100. I know something about recruiting. I got 180. Not I, my team and we got 185 people. Let me check the final number here last week. So I think 185 people signed up for the pre-licensing course. So that's between Florida and every other state, because I recruit in every state, but I can only bring. So, um, that's we pretty well last week. So I know a thing or two about recruiting. We got, what do we get? 184 people signed up for the pre-license course. So I know how to recruit. I train 15 to 20 agents a week. I know how to train people. If you want to learn how to train agents, if you have any questions about training, average agent here on my team writes a little over 2,000 of annual premium per week. Um, yeah, guys, drop some questions in the chat. I'm here. I'm here to help. Anyone got any questions? And nothing on the Facebook there. I know that it's kind of impromptu. I should plan this out more. I know. Feels so boring tonight. All right. Anybody want some free training? Can I join your team? I'm 100% committed. Oh yeah, I got your text earlier, man, for sure. Yep. That's 2,000 of annual premium per week. So that's not $2,000 of income a week. Yeah, I got your text. I've just been busy. I'll reply. I got your message. Thank you. 2K a week. That's 2,000 annual premium. Agents aren't on 100% commission. So we give them unlimited leads, right? So average person, I have about 100 people on my team. We did about 230 something thousand annual premium this week. So obviously, a majority of people, like it's there's your top producers, and then there's the people who don't do anything. So it's like somewhere in between. So average 2,000 a week, but if people can really, whatever amount of money someone wants to make, they can work and make. Yeah, you can easily make 2K a week here if you work hard. Like there are plenty of people who are capable of making 2 grand a week who don't make it because they just like, this is the thing. I always get people say, "Oh man, how can I make $100,000 where you are?" Like it's like this six-figure thing. How many agents you have making 100 grand? Not as many as I could, because what happens is most of the people we bring on, right? I mean, we sell Final Expense, right? Nothing against anybody here who's a Final Expense agent. You could be highly qualified, like way overqualified for this position, but typically we don't get people applying for these jobs who are like, elite level salespeople, because those people are getting salary six-figure jobs at like big corporate companies with a full benefits package, paid time off, a company car, like, you know what I mean? Why would they go full commission Final Expense? When they can get like $250,000 a year working for Cisco or something, right? So most of the people who apply to these types of jobs used to making 15 and 20 bucks an hour. So if you're used to making $600 to $800 a week, and you're like, I want to make 100 grand, I want to make 150 grand, and then all of a sudden someone starts and they're making $1,200 a week. A lot of times when that happens, 1,200 to 1,500 a week, they're like, "Good, I'm cool with this. I'm making way more than I'm making double what I ever made before. My life's chilling." And a lot of people kind of pull back from there and don't push to reach their full potential. But if someone wants to make 100 grand here, then I mean we have $100,000 guarantee. Like the president of the IMO, the guy who owns the IMO, Rory, when everybody and when people start, he has a letter to them and he says if you follow the commitments in this letter, it's like if you put in this much time a week and you do this stuff here, you're 1099. You don't have to, but he says if you do this stuff, you don't make $100,000 at the end of your first year, he writes you a check for the difference between $100,000 and what you actually made. Rory's been selling insurance for 50 years. I mean, the guy has money is not there's no shortage of funds. I mean, him to do that is he wants to do that. Like he wants to have someone do that, and he knows that if someone actually followed those steps, they'd make more than 100,000. Any other questions? I'm going to give it a few seconds here. If not, I'm going to sign off. I can smell my sweet potatoes burning. So totally forgot to take those out of the oven. So I'll probably end it a little early. It's only 20 minutes. Sorry, guys. Any other questions? One, two, three, four, five. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do it around 7 p.m. every Saturday, guys. I mean Sunday. Around 7 p.m. every Saturday. Clarissa, remember, shoot me a text. All right. Please and thank you. Anybody? Awesome. Sounds good. All right, I'll see you guys. What the heck?